let's take a look at our brain. Yeah, please remember, memory is also stored in the body, not only in the nervous tissue, but also in the fascia and also in the muscles and in the organs. So it's pretty much everywhere. But here is the main computer that performs the storing and creating of memories. And the brain regions that are mostly connected with that is the hippocampus. Yeah, it's called hippocampus because it looks a little bit, you have to be a little bit imaginative, but it looks a little bit like a hippocampus, like a small seahorse. And it is on both sides of the brain and curled. It's curled so that is easily connected to other brain regions like the amygdala. The amygdala is known to be the emotional brain. Let's make it very simple. It's the emotional part of the brain. It's very old, and it decides how important things are. What is the emotional connection to an experience? Then the neocortex, our frontal brain, the thing where higher cognitive functions are happening. But also the cerebellum. It's part of the what is called reptile brain. It's in the rear of our head. And it is also very important to be involved in the process of building memories because it's really there to make us survive. So it also decides whether something is crucial, very important or not. And then there are the different pathways between all these brain regions, and they are, of course, also connected to the memory making. But in neurosciences, you could say the hippocampus is the main part, really the most important part. It wouldn't work without all the other parts, though, but this is where things start. So when we collect experiences throughout the day, we learn something. Then all these things come into the hippocampus. And there you can say these not yet built memories start to fluctuate. And they get sent to the amygdala and asked, do we need that? What do you feel about that? Coming back, fluctuating again. Going to the cerebellum, is it crucial? Is it not crucial? And so throughout the day and in the evening and even during sleep, the prioritizing is happening in the hippocampus. So all the memories get tested, whether they're important or not, what we feel about it, if we like it, if we need it. Okay, even if we do not need it. For example, I know that already. I've learned that already. You don't have to store that again. So just integrate it into the old one, into the existing one, like a backup, but it's, it doesn't need an extra storage room. So this is very important. And this is happening also through the entorhinal cortex. You can see this is like a pathway working with our frontal lobe, with our higher cognitive brain. When something is deemed important, and yes, we want to keep it, then it's stored there. Here is long-term memory. While it's still in the hippocampus, you can recollect it, you can grab it also, but maybe it won't stay. So short-term memory is there. And we collect different kinds of memories. One being semantic, which means it's facts like learning a language or other knowledge, maybe your pranayama knowledge from today or what I'm telling you right now. This is semantic knowledge. And then there is episodic knowledge, which is your personal experience. And you might know that people with amnesia mostly when they, through a concussion or something, they actually lose the episodic memory. Yeah, they might not remember their name, but they still can play the piano or construct a machine. Yeah, so there are even different compartments for that. And how often do we see that? The memory comes back. Yeah, so the brain has wonderful capacities to repair itself and to generate new connections and even new storage room. So sleep is very important there, because during the sleep, the connections are made, some things are deleted or overwritten, and the prioritizing is happening also. For that, you need your REM sleep, the dreaming phase of the sleep. It's called REM because this stands for rapid eye movement. And why do the eyes move rapidly when we dream? Because our brain rehearses what we've experienced. It's super active. An REM brain looks like an awake brain doing something physically. So you really experience these things. So when you dream, this is also for memory integration and prioritization, emotional connection forming. And when this is done, when you have labeled your memories, it goes into the long-term memory. So now, our short-term storage room is not endless. It's actually limited. Yeah? This is due to the number of certain cells in the hippocampus. I won't go into all the different ones because then we would talk for 10 weeks. But the pyramidal cells, the glia cells, these are very important there, for example. And there is a new generation of these cells coming again and again. Yeah? Even in adults, not only in children or in babies. Because they get, like all our body cells, exhausted, old, and have to die at some point. Then they get digested and new cells come. Yeah? But when this storage room is full, like maybe you read a scientific book all day long, talked to many people, they told you all sorts of stories, and then your brain is kind of full. Yeah? And it really is full. Yeah? You can see it in the cells. Full. Then what is happening not only during sleep but also during your wake state, the prioritization is becoming very crucial. So when it's full, what happens when you put in more? Something has to go. Either you can't take in anymore, or you have to delete something, overwrite something that is already there. That's why things get prioritized. So this makes sense. It's actually very elegant, very elegant. Now, in our modern times, there comes a small problem. A bad habit. Bad habit that almost everybody has. Unless they're living a very medieval life. Almost everybody has this problem. A habit that in the evening you watch the news, you watch a movie series, or you do some scrolling on your phone, looking at messages, video clips, or whatever. It might be okay to watch a beautiful movie about nature, maybe with some benevolent sounds. Perfect. When your storage room is already full, this is not so important, so you won't override it unless you feel very much emotionally moved by it. But what most people do is maybe it's an action movie, yeah? Or I do not only watch kittens play the piano. No, I watch politicians talk, or maybe some video clips from war, yeah? And this all gives you a very strong emotional trigger, whether it's true or not. And I don't mean fake news or CGI generated pictures or so. I mean, it can be a fictional movie or real news. It doesn't matter. The brain cannot distinguish. It's just visual input, including auditive input, and it just triggers us. So whether it's a horror movie, an action movie, or horrible news from the real world, it will activate your amygdala and tell, oh, this is important. This is dangerous. Okay, whatever is there, yeah, maybe you just learned a beautiful poem you want to cite to your loved one next time, but yeah, throw it out, because this is for survival, and because we're stressed out by it, it's important, so overwrite something else. Yeah, so that's why I can just recommend to you, do not do what is called doom scrolling in the evening. Yeah, you might overwrite actual beautiful experiences of your own life. And remember what I said in the beginning, who we think we are our experiences, yeah? Whether it's true or not. So experiences should be good. So don't put these things there. Yeah? If you want to have a stressful experience and watch the news or something emotionally triggering, then do it in the morning when your cortisol levels are high and you're most resilient to stress. That's it. Yeah? So everything has its time. Yeah? You should not avoid reality. Only give things the best time. So what else with the sleep? Yeah? Not only that we might override beautiful experiences, but you know, or the people who have been here before know that the screen is giving, with the blue light, destruction to our sleeping hormone, the melatonin. So it will disrupt your sleep anyway. Yeah? It will disrupt your sleep quality, and you need good sleep quality so that you can have dreams 3 to 4 times a night. Yeah? 8 hours sleep should be there. Maybe you meditate a lot, then you need 7, 5 hours. Of course, then things can be shortened, and then you can go into lucid dreaming right away. You don't have to go through different sleeping stages, but this is more for the people who practice a lot. But for most of us, 8 hours should be there, 7 to 9 hours actually. And then our brain can rehearse experiences. Yeah? And this rehearsal is called learning. Yeah? So of course you try to learn something new, maybe sword fighting. Then you practice during the day with your body, and in the night the brain practices the same things again. And this is how you learn it, how you really learn it. And that's why also learning how to dream lucidly comes in very handy, because then you can select what you want to practice. And this is what the yogis also do. You can learn much faster when you use lucid dreams as your practice time. Yeah? So in case you do lucid dreaming, please don't use it to feed your greeds or bad habits, because your brain will remember it as real, yeah? As this has really happened, but use it for something benevolent. So what did we say? Hippocampus, collecting memories, memories fluctuating, talking to the amygdala, to the emotions, to the cerebellum, to our instincts and survival, and then via the entorhinal cortex transporting all these memories to the neocortex, where it is stored permanently. So you see, memories are happening not only in one spot of the brain.